You're not even
about.
putting Arsenal in top 6.
No. Have you seen us, bro? Have you seen us, man?
So you're getting like $500,000. You're just chilling and you're like,
You've been paid £500 into your account. And
Notification.
Oh, man.
dude. Yo, what up, guys? Welcome to the first episode of the Armchair Analyst with JayDee. Mate, introduce yourself.
Oh, mate, where do we start? I've been, I'm dressed for the occasion. I had to bring out if you're going to spend $180 on a bit of Arsenal gear in their worst like period of history, then you got to make it worth it by bringing it out for a few appearances.
What's the 424?
It was some collab. Honestly, just some fresh looking thing from the season that we finished 8th. At least that's what it's going to go down as. But yeah, man, I've been a Gooner since day dot. Like literally, I'm talking like my stepdad had me signed up for an Emirates membership at 3-4 years old.
So it just runs through the family?
Bro, runs through the family straight up. Like my nan, literally until her dying days, was wearing red and white scarves.
Wow. Dude,
Everyone in the fam. We are Gooners. Maybe that's a bad thing, but it's alright. At least I got Sydney as well, though.
Yeah. So
Sydney.
yeah, you're obviously a Sydney FC supporter. I've seen you do a lot of work with Sydney FC.
Just flex that for the meantime as well.
Oh,
while we're on topic.
I didn't know you had that.
Yeah, it's hides behind the $180 jumpers. But no, yeah, working with Sydney's been awesome as well. I've been it's sort of the stuff I've really wanted to do as well, like stuff in front of the camera like that, and like the takeovers, for example, that sort of stuff. I've been in and around the club setup since I was in year 10, but then it was just literally we had a derby towards the end of the most recent season, and jumped on for that. And the next thing you know, did the final series, went down to Melbourne. Shame we couldn't bring that back. But honestly, had a class weekend with all the lads, and and then had to come into the lockdown. But
yeah, so you get to, like, with Sydney, from what I've seen, you get to hang out with not hang out, but you're with a lot of the guys filming content. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. And I've had a good relationship with people like Redmayne, for example, for the last few years as well. And even just then, like in Melbourne, like after the game, like being with all the younger boys, sort of. So like, I mean, Joel King, who's just gone to the bloody Olympics. Do you know what I mean? And all these sort of younger lads, and it was mad to think that like there were people there that were like only a couple of years older than me, but they're just being able to bond with it. I suppose that makes it even easier, being really in that same age bracket. So
it is weird seeing like people in this age kind of playing at this top level, playing in a grand final. You're like, wow. Like for me, it was like I see these guys who are 19, and I mean Phil Foden, and you're like, dude, imagine being Foden.
Is he still 19?
I think he's 20.
He's got to be 20
now,
20. Surely. Yeah,
but still so young.
Yeah,
playing on these
we
big
say
stages.
that like it's like 20 is a massive step up from 19. You're still so young. Like, I mean, you think about people like Bukayo Saka as well. I mean, people give him the hate and everything. It's been obviously the hate more so has been fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
But in terms of just the hate for he's so young, why was he given the opportunity? Like not the opportunity, but why was he given the responsibility rather of taking that penalty? For example, he's 18, 19. I'm pretty sure. Like.
It doesn't matter how young you are. You can take a penalty.
It doesn't matter how young you are. You can make it. I think that's what he's really shown. And people like him and Philly Foden, for God's sake, like the amount of people worldwide that he influenced, and that we're going to get his haircut if we did beat Italy, that sort of thing.
Close.
Yeah, well.
So, yeah, you do a lot of the Wednesday League, which I have looked at a little bit into, but tell everybody and myself, like, kind of what the Wednesday League is. What's the goal with it? And everything?
Man, the Wednesday League started in 2019 off the back of just a chinwag with a mate of mine from school. We were coming up to our preliminary examinations, year 11.
Perfect time to do
Oh, yeah, well, that's the whole point, to be fair. He just said... to get everyone, because it's that those are the ones. If there's any like year 11s watching, they don't fucking matter. Honest to God, they won't get marked. Just write it out. You'll be fine.
Yeah, year 11's probably the most pointless.
Exactly, but everyone was shitting bricks. Everyone was stressing so much, and so he just said, look, let's just play a game of football, right? And it's gonna sort of just relax everyone a little bit. He made 2 teams. One of them was were all black, and they were based on like the pro clubs boys from our sort of year. It's got everyone in our year at school has always loved football and has always been big in football. I mean, you've got your nerds and everyone else, but majority of the year was football, and so the perfect thing to bond us on. So we could make a team, like a pro clubs team, and then the other team, which was a team that I captained because I just don't play pro clubs much. Anyone else in the year that had any football experience or not, you could be a basketballer, skateboarder, or something. That could be your main hobby, but sort of a best of the rest, kind of, as opposed to everyone from this pro clubs team. Next thing you know, played that game. Straight after the game, I just was blown away by how fun it was and how there was some genuinely really good football in there. Like, we've had a couple of boys that have been at like the Manly United set up, that sort of thing, like Jacob Herman, for example, people like him that have been in like AYLs, etc. And I went, bro, I want to use like the experience that I've had in the industry with stuff like Sydney FC and make this proper. Like, we have a story to tell, let's do it. Next thing you know, I'm dreaming big and just ticking off every bloody dream as they go, like getting commentators like Peter Drury. We had Simon Hill, Derek Ray from FIFA 22.
Did they commentate the full game?
Well, Peter and Derek commentated the highlights, so I sent them the highlights.
Yeah.
Simon did the full game because that was the big finale, game 3, and that's the one where I somehow managed to pull off getting to play at Bankwest Stadium. Which was the dream, which was literally the shower thought dream from the night that we played that trial game. I was like, let's take this to Bankwest. I just pictured myself just like banging on top beans and then just like smashing the Western Sydney corner flag, that sort of thing, like Vardy Rainbow Laces style.
It's funny to think like you have you guys who are just your average footballers who love playing, and you're just like, yeah, let's take this to Bankwest.
Well, do you know what? They were the same. They were like, oh, you're so grassroots, but that's mad. Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean?
It's so different.
But you know what's a good thing though? It goes back to exactly what I said before about Bukayo Saka. So it shows that anyone can make it, really. Yeah. And that the whole point was to sort of replicate the professional scene at like a grassroots level. You know, these kids are going to grow up and be, I don't know, engineering, bloody tradie jobs. I don't know where they're going to go, but we know for sure that their main sole focus unfortunately isn't going to be on football. I mean, because you yourself know how hard it is to, and how much of a grind it is to break out as a footballer. And so the amount of time and effort sometimes can subtract from the actual, like you think about the people that are big there. Sometimes the hard work kind of gets in the way of like their passion, really. And so I think with the Wednesday League, we were able to take solely passion, use that was a drive to, you know, to play well on the day and have these amazing experiences. And you know, anyone out there, like if you got a bloody pro clubs team, imagine getting all of you together in person, and you think of it as if you're winning Div 1 IRL, like at bloody Bankwest, stuff like that. It was just an amazing experience, and it's really unfortunate we've had to cancel this year because of all this COVID malarkey.
You have to dress up like a pro clubs player, though.
Well, they actually had them boys. They had like an award ceremony. Yeah. Afterwards, it was like and I can't say the name of their pro clubs group because so we'll call them the Forest Originals, like their Wednesday League team name. So they had like an awards night. They were all in suits. They had, I remember Rory, who's the bloke who originally made that muck-up game and ended up captaining the Forest Originals, as he was like one of the big guys in the pro clubs group. Blah blah blah. He just came up to me one day. We were just at the end of school, just after the Bankwest game, towards HSC time, and he just goes, "Oh, can I borrow a couple of trophies from your house?" I'm like, what's this for? And he's just sent photos to this massive group chat we've all got of just like my Harrow Middlesex under-9s trophy from back in England being held up as like best techers. I don't know what I never saw what it was. Like, obviously there was like a goal of the year, that sort of thing. But honestly, without waffling on too much, it was just all about this sort of grassroots passion.
So where do you want to take it to?
Where I want to take it, honestly, mate, there's fucking endless possibilities, dude. Right. Like people ask me, because it was all based out of our friend group at the Forest High. People ask me, is it a school affiliated thing? Like, is it run by the school sort of thing? And we had a lot of love from the school. They obviously loved it, and they still continue to. It feels like, which is awesome, it feels like a thing that's being passed down generations now, seeing how G'd up the kids from Forest High this year were for it. Again, unfortunate that we can't go ahead at the time. We'll see how we go with COVID and everything. But yeah, like, it's not just about the school. It's sort of your mates from the area that you've grown up with through football or not, or just have chatted about football a couple of times, that sort of thing. Fucking anyone can play football, cool. Man. Anyone can. I mean, not everyone can be like a Bukayo Saka.
Yeah.
But everyone can play football and be passionate about it, and literally there could be a Wednesday team for every fucking suburb. Yeah. That there's a school or a park or any locality where there could be a group of mates that have bonded through football. Bang, we'll give you a Wednesday.
Yeah, and it's just the passion that they drive off to play, rather than nah, you don't really qualify. You
don't have to qualify. Yeah.
You're allowed 15 subs.
There will be some. Fucking hell, I wish we could get 15 subs. That would have been amazing last year. My legs were going dead. 3 minutes into that Banquest game, worst game of my life. I was already, because I'd done I think I looked at my phone. I'd done at least 70,000 steps that week already. Like just organising everything, running around Parramatta Stadium, to the point where I got out of the tunnel at kickoff, and I'm like,
shit, it's kickoff time.
Christ, here we go. But no, literally, it can be anywhere. So I've been thinking about bringing it back home in the UK to old friend groups out there, that sort of thing. Let's stay where we are for now. We'll stay. Obviously. There's so much I want to do in 2022. So, unfortunate, again, 2021 was really meant to be like a sort of stepping stone for that. But I still want to make it happen. Right now, we've got two teams. We've got the Originals and the Select. I've got huge plans.
The Select.
Yes, I've got huge plans for the Northern Sydney Select. But, again, man, we'll just see where bloody COVID takes us.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I like it. So, yeah, that's the introduction to JayDee. We're going to move on to the laugh of the week. So this segment, we do it on another show, but we take one thing from our week that has given us a good laugh. And I'll let you go first, because
I think look, some people might find mine a bit boring, but I mean, due to the jumper and the heritage, what fucking state are Tottenham in, man? Harry Kane just going, after all of his service to the club, I'm just gonna not come back. Pretty much, obviously he's got his own terms that he's thinking in the background. I think it's with City. It's been hugely talked about that it's City.
Yeah,
but just he could at least it's that honestly, it's a laughing stock for a gooner like me. But if you're a Spurs fan, you're thinking, fuck, he was the most loyal person that we've ever had at this club, that sort of thing. And to get absolutely shat on by your main man. I mean, he's a gooner at heart. We've all seen the photos of him as an 8-year-old, however old he was. But just to turn on you like that, I think that personally is my laugh of the week. I mean, it's only Wednesday, but there'll probably be something else that'll happen tomorrow. But we'll report on that next time. Right now, I'm just having a giggle at the state of that club.
See, for me, I did in my laugh of the week yesterday, so I got to have double laugh of the week. Mine might not be as good, but it's a TikTok. Mm-hmm. And do you know Gary V?
Oh, do I know Gary V?
Okay, so Gary V, you know how he said before in his videos, if you want to get motivated, you need to think of your family members dying, or it was I
haven't heard those ones.
No, yeah, he's like, I get motivated, or it's either motivated or if something bad's happening, I think of my mum dying, and I'm like, okay, it's not that bad.
Okay,
Dude,
no, I get the reverse psychology.
Yeah, it's really weird, and so there's this TikTok where this guy.
I was going to say, I hope that's not the laugh, just thinking about your mum dying. I was like,
but there's this TikTok where this guy is completely sarcastic.
Go on, then.
I want to show you the exact part, because it is a weird thing for someone to. I don't think it's that weird. If you're having,
look, I get the motivation that you can get from it, thinking it's not all that bad. But, I mean, but then no matter how well you're doing, when that happens, that's going to hit 10 times harder.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
So that's what. Yeah, it's a weird thing.
But people have weird things to grind them.
So I'll just show you this full TikTok. You'll probably like it. We'll put it up on the screen.
Just until I had a nervous breakdown. Here's what happened. Yo, Gary never slept. He would call me at 3:15 in the morning and tell me he found a mechanical pencil on the sidewalk, and then he'd ask me how much it was going for on eBay. Gary used to make us do these like morning meditations of gratitude with him, where like we would call him and pretend that like we were the people that kidnapped his families, and then like he would like pretend that we had kidnapped his family, and he'd think about that for 5 minutes, and then he said, "I'm so grateful to be here. Let's make money." It's crazy.
That's the one. Like, it's not obviously not true.
I get a lot of motivation from that guy. Honestly, I have him to thank for the real. I put out this massive Instagram ramble when it was like the date that resonated it, but like back in April this year, I put that out. So April last year, I was just up one night in our first lockdown and watching Gary Vee, and it clicked me into gear like nothing else ever has. Weird, but I understand. I understand where you would have to. I mean, you know, because he's. What's that scene from Wolf of Wall Street? You know, you're working with digits every second of the fucking day.
Yeah.
And so he's in that situation. I don't think it's the code that's keeping him awake. It would genuinely be weird ideologies like that.
So yeah, my laugh of the week is not necessarily that, but people on TikTok who have been like pretending to be Gary Vee or around Gary Vee. Because ever since I watched that video, there's so
you gotta put out content. Like I've seen a few of them. Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know. One guy does it specifically where he's like, yeah, my dog just died. He's like, yeah, but like, what's the benefit in that? And like, just so much like taking it to the extreme. And it's like, yeah,
I just have that like that one where it just goes, you gotta make content, you gotta keep putting out content, fucking work harder, shit like that, like that. That rings around in my head. Yeah. Oh man, alive. All right, now that's a good laugh. That's a good laugh.
So no, yeah, I like those people who kind of mock Gary Vee, even though we all know Gary Vee.
Tell you what, it's good to mention something other than bloody football for a second. I feel like all I do is bloody football. Yeah. Everyone only thinks I'm Mr. Soccerhead.
See, I like my laugh of the week to be something that's not football related.
I'll try and incorporate that next time.
Just something that's happened in my life. Whether, I don't know, whatever it was. Yesterday was about work. So
yeah, right, okay.
All right. Next segment, I got 5 or 6 players.
Guess the player.
Yeah. Okay. So basically,
I'm either gonna make a tit of myself here, or it's gonna go really well.
So I'm not going to give you any clues. How it's gonna work is I've seen it on TikTok, but they do it for like all sports. I don't know how this guy does it. Mm-hmm. And so pretend you said the name was Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
The guy who's guessing would go MLB, and the guy would go nut, and it'd like keep guessing all these different sports until he got to boxing, and they said and then he goes whoever, and guess it. Or he might go NBA, and he goes yep, and then he goes Lakers nut, Detroit Pistons nut, until he gets the team, and then tries and gets
this is gonna test me, you know.
So,
is it all football or?
Yes, 6 footballers.
Okay.
Now, I will give you a clue that 2 of them are retired.
Okay.
So that may be the first question.
I don't get nervous, but I'm starting to get a bit shaky. You know what I mean?
Let's see. There's a couple of curveballs in there, but we'll give you.
Just don't make me look a mug, please. I've been in football for 18 years, man.
For the first day, we'll give you a minute.
Yeah, all right.
I feel like a minute's fair for the first day to get the hang of it. So yeah, you're basically. I think the best thing for you to do is ask, like, maybe whether they're retired or not first.
I was gonna,
and then go to like either the nationality
or
the
league.
league.
It was like a FIFA card, like
exactly.
France, Barcelona, Umtiti, like that sort of thing.
Is it walk out?
Yeah, walk out boards. I can never tell. Like,
non-rare or rare? Special card or no?
Yeah,
legend.
Actually, you know, I'm gonna try it like that and see if you know anything about what their stats.
All right, so I got the first player.
Okay. Walk out?
No, I'm trying to think. I need to remember everything. God. Okay, yeah. So you really want to, like, for all of these, you want to be asking nationality, leagues, positions. All right. You ready?
Yeah,
Go.
All right. European footballer?
No.
Aussie?
Yes.
A-League?
No.
Oh. Playing in Europe?
No.
Wait, so... Hang about. I've fucking ruined myself already.
I'll pause. We'll start again.
Yeah, I'm wigging myself out already. So, playing in Oz, but not Aussie?
No, remember, they can still be playing. They cannot be playing as well.
Oh, true. Okay,
so,
fair. All right,
we'll start again.
So,
Go.
It kind of gives away that this one's
Yeah,
retired.
but you're gonna ask.
Okay, all right. So retired.
Yes.
A-League player.
At
Aussie.
some point, yes.
Okay, Aussie.
Yes.
Played in the Prem.
Yes.
Is it Timmy?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
13
okay.
seconds.
I get it.
Nice.
I get it.
There we
Okay,
go.
I get it. Okay.
Nice. Okay. Next one. Ready?
It's a little shaky
One from one.
I've
I
got
think we're
one
gonna
from
put.
one.
I'll give you 40 seconds. I think.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I feel like 60 is too long. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Okay. Retired or playing currently?
Playing.
Playing currently. In Europe or?
Yes.
Europe. Okay. In the Prem.
Yes.
For my boys.
No.
No. Okay. Actually, do you know what? Nationality.
England.
Ooh. Is it Philly?
No.
Oh, I just feel like he would come up after
20
mentioning him.
seconds.
Okay. Let me rattle off some clubs. Chelsea.
No.
Everton.
No.
Why did Everton come up first? Liverpool.
No.
Oh, bollocks. United.
No.
City.
Yes.
Sterling.
Yes.
Oh! Oh,
35.
wow. My heart was going a little bit there, I'll tell you that now. Why the fuck did Everton come out first? What's that about? Fucking Everton.
Oh, I like this. It gets it going. Yeah, and under
Yeah.
pressure, you have to. Oh,
It's early, it's kind of early in the morning too. This is a bit of a. This is my imagine your mum dying sort of rattle up for the day. I suppose this is getting the blood pumping just like that would. Let's move on.
Okay, this next one is gonna be tough. I think.
Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you 45 seconds for this
Okay,
one. An extra
alright.
5.
Just to get the heart rate
Yeah.
down a little bit. Right.
Go.
Playing or retired?
Playing.
Playing in Australia or Europe?
Europe.
Okay, Europe, yeah. One of the top 5 leagues?
Yes.
Yeah. Outside of England?
No.
Okay, so in England. Alright. In the Prem, obviously.
Yes.
Stupid question. Who's talking about championship players in 2021? Oh, crikey.
20 seconds.
I don't know where to go from here. English or foreign?
Foreign.
Foreign, okay. Arsenal,
No.
Chelsea,
No.
Everton.
No.
Oh, Liverpool,
No.
United.
Yes.
Okay. Martial or
No.
something.
5 seconds.
Oh Christ, I'm done. I'm done.
Fred.
Fred. Wow. Okay, that would have stumped me hard. I've got to start thinking about what country.
Yeah,
like,
you need the country's gonna help a lot. I think.
all roads bloody lead to somewhere like United, and then you think, okay, right, they're here. Oh
Finally.
wait, they've got players from fucking everywhere. They'll have an Aussie soon. They're going all Mr. Worldwide. So we're
You've
two
got
from
2 from 3.
2 from 3.
Next one's gonna be. Oh God, I'm not gonna. Oh no, yeah, I do know. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Go.
Playing in Europe.
No.
Retired.
Yes.
Okay. Retired but played in Europe.
Yes.
Okay. In the Prem.
No.
In this is gonna stop me. This one. Anything outside of England. Played in Spain.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay. For Barca.
No.
Real.
Yes.
Nationality.
Brazil.
What's his name? Oh, Fat Ronaldo. Is it Fat Ronaldo?
No.
Is it Real? Oh, mugged myself. Up the Fat Ronaldos. Oh, who was it? That Raul geezer?
No.
Roberto Carlos.
Yes.
Oh, the save! What a save! I am.
39.99.
I tell you what, that scared me. That I need to ask for positions.
That is.
I'm always thinking of like top of the range like,
Mate,
attackers.
positions.
Oh Christ, that's actually. Whew.
All right. This I'm gonna be interested to see how you go with this next one. So you've got what 3 from 4.
3 from 4.
That
alright.
is a decent.
I feel like much less will be ruining that whole Mr. Soccer Tag that everyone kind of thinks of me as. So
Okay, so 2 more players.
right, gotta be.
I'm thinking I need to remember. Yeah. Okay. Ready? Go.
Playing or retired?
Playing.
In Europe?
Yes.
In England?
No.
In Spain?
No.
In Italy?
No.
France?
Yes.
Oh gosh. For PSG?
Yes.
Nationality?
Spain.
Ooh. Oh, this could be so obvious when you say it, but it's completely stumped me, hasn't it? Wow. Midfielder?
No.
Defender?
Yes.
Oh, Sergio Ramos.
Yeah.
You just signed for them. Yes. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You know what?
I thought it was gonna get ya.
I was thinking of fucking FIFA cards. You know what I mean? I was
That's the thing that I
envisioning-
knew would get you because he just moved.
Yep.
So what do you think
Okay.
about that move, Ramos to PSG?
Do you know what? PSG are obviously money wise. You know, many European clubs nowadays I genuinely quite despise, just because it goes back to what we were saying before about stuff like Wednesday League and stuff.
Yeah.
It kind of ruins the genuinity a word, but you know what I mean, like
Gotcha.
how, you know, of football, and it shies a lot of people away from the A League, and that fucking pisses me off, man. We've got football like right here on our doorstep. Everyone says that the quality's not the Prem. That's because the Prem's at the top. You know, you're brainwashed in thinking that every football worldwide is going to be like the bloody Prem.
Yeah, it can't change because there's so much money in the football world.
It's too late now.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it? Like,
way too late. You
people
can't be
PSG.
like, not everyone can just agree and go, okay, guys, we're all going to agree. Neymar's now worth 20 mil.
Yeah.
And everybody's price
It's not going to be this bloody communist new football world. That's the sad thing about it. And I just wish, I say this, and I've got a PSG Jordan shirt coming in the mail in about 3 days. But I didn't buy it from them just because I fucking didn't want to give the money to them. Shout out to Plus like Ultra Football and that, but like.
Yeah, but like, indirectly you gave them money.
Yeah, but I don't want to say it like that. That's why I haven't bought last year's Arsenal jersey yet, because I don't want to give Kroenke the money. That's it. I've had every Arsenal jersey since 2008. Last year was the one I didn't buy.
Out.
I think I'm just going to cop it from Ultra as well and write like finished 8 on the back where my name would be. Fucking joke, man. But yeah, like it kind of just it shies people away from what's right here on our doorstep. If you're in France, if you're in Paris and you're a PSG supporter, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like fat Steve, 50 years old with a wife and 3 kids that he hates, and he says support your local every day. But it's true, especially in a country like ours, where, I mean, you see the power of the A-League when everyone's on board back in like 2014, 15 and all that. We've had some shit times through them. There's been a lot that's gone on, much that people don't even know about. They just Chinese whispers it, oh, it's shit quality football, and that's the reason that they don't go. But
yeah, well.
Anyway, in regards to the signing, without waffling on for too much longer, I see why. Like I said, I see why everyone's coming to PSG, because they got the money for it and they want to be this massive.
Look at their squad, dude. PSG.
They want to be.
You go all-star player. They said Donnarumma. All-star. Like every player.
We've just entered off the back of talking about Donnarumma. We've just entered August, correct?
Yes.
I still have a fucking ongoing vendetta against any Italian.
Well, luckily you didn't speak to the guy on my podcast last night.
Oh yeah.
I won't be telling you his laugh of the week.
Mugs.
I know. And
just because they were so... No, let's not.
All right, I got one more player for you.
Yes.
You should get it. I'm going to give that to you. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. All right.
This one, under the pump. You ready? Go.
Playing in Europe?
No.
Retired?
No.
Playing in Australia?
Yes.
A-League?
Yes.
You just stumped me with some MPL player I won't know. Sydney?
No.
Okay, let's rattle off the clubs. Melbourne Victory?
No.
City?
No.
Why can't I think? Adelaide?
No.
Brisbane?
No.
Central Coast?
Yes. 10 seconds.
Central Coast. Nationality?
Australian.
Oh, it could be fucking
5
anyone.
seconds.
Then it could be anyone. Matty Simon.
Yes!
Yes! And I tell you what, I would have bit myself in the arse if I'd have gone, like I said, I would go like defenders, midfielders, and that sort of stuff. I just thought, oh, what a guy as well.
Seconds.
What a guy, honestly. He's
that's what I said you should got it.
such a great guy.
Yeah.
Such a good guy. Like, fuck, man.
So
I'm just very glad I
That's
pulled
funny.
that out of somewhere.
So that was 5 from 6.
Did you see the shackers for Matty Simon go up as I hesitantly said it? Matty Simon. All the
Mate, I'm gonna have to make next week a little bit harder. Cause
I'm nervous now.
Yeah, we're gonna. Today was pretty mainstream, except for Fred, and that's the one that got
Fred
ya.
did get me. Yeah,
So we're gonna
So I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna sweat FIFA. No, I'm gonna do my research.
And he is Tilly remarkable. All the way down, it's massive.
So we just had the Olympics.
Yeah. Well, technically it's still ongoing. I believe
on.
it's tonight that the Tillies play in the bronze medal match.
Yeah.
Which fucking biggest, you know,
against USA,
support.
isn't it?
Against America, yeah,
Which is
because they,
weird.
yeah, that was crazy. That funny. Oh my gosh, this should have been my laugh of the week. Oh, do you know what? Laugh of the week V2. So, if there's anyone out here that doesn't know it as well, feel free to laugh along. I laughed quite well, as I fucking hate America. Just believe me, there's a lot more to that conversation. But anyway, no. So, American broadcasters asked specifically the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, to have like USA Women's National Team games on at times that you know, Americans, you know, most sort of time zones in America would be able to watch, right? Thinking that they'd make the gold medal match, which would be at slap bang midday American time. They instead have made the bronze medal match, which is on at fucking 4 a.m. for most people. And I love that cockiness. There was an article as well, are US women's national team too good for the Olympics? Is it too small of a competition? Fuck.
So it's 4 a.m. in Oz.
No. It's actually prime time for us, I think.
But the game is being played at 4 a.m. in...
No. So it will show to most countries at 4 a.m. American time. That to us is great. I think it's something like prime time, like 9 p.m. tonight for us. But they made them have it at a different time in Japan. Fucking joke, man.
America,
honestly.
difficult.
Yeah,
Yeah, Matildas are playing tonight. How do you reckon they're going to go?
Do you know what? I think a lot of people have been sort of slating them. That last game against America, which was in the group stage, a lot of people saying the most boring football game they've ever watched. And I get their viewpoint. Neither team, honestly, that game could have been fucking whitewashed, cancelled, and both teams would have been perfectly fine. I think both teams were satisfied with a 0-0 because they were pretty much safe where they were. They were happy where they were going into wherever in the draw. And so there was a lot of just, you know, passing around the back, and it was at the time. Don't get me wrong. Like, even I found it frustrating to watch, but then you see how well, you know, they sort of preserved the energy there. You see how well they came out against Great Britain. Christ almighty, that game. Anyone that, you know, you'll be hard pressed to find people saying, "Oh, women's soccer, what a joke," anymore. There was over 3 million people live watching that.
Wow.
Australia wide.
And
I'm not a mathematician, but I know that's a good percentage of the population. I'll tell you that now.
The thing with group stage games, when both teams know they're kind of happy with their spot, they're like, yeah, I've played in those sort of situations before, and it's like, well, there's not much. We're not really doing anything here.
You know, and you wouldn't. I think with them, especially like I just said, is that you wouldn't really try that hard to go for the win because you need the energy. Because if you're going to take it all the way, unfortunate against Sweden. Really unfortunate against Sweden. Ellie Carpenter at the end was bloody unfortunate, but I suppose in a way a tactical foul because there was still a few seconds on the clock if they were able to get it back up the other end. But they have made Australia proud. They are really, they should see themselves. And obviously, and the Ollie Roos against Argentina. That woke up, like, there were friends of mine that are solely, like, Premier League and European football. They were like, oh, that beast Tilio. Like, is McGree starting? Like, actually getting factual about the game against Spain, that sort of thing. And I have been waiting for so long for that to happen. Yeah. And unfortunately, we lose to Egypt and that fizzles out and everyone's like, oh, Australia should be getting off. I'm never coming to an A-League game. I actually had a massive argument that night in that group chat.
Oh, really?
Like, just trying to defend. It's not that bad. Yeah. I was just honestly trying to defend, like, fuck, man, you people like yourself that only watch during the Del Piero times or the times like this, like, you're the reason that it's not going anywhere, man.
Well, for me, the big thing is, and I've been saying this for a long time, I think it's starting to change over the last couple of years. Especially with Central Coast Mariners, Sydney FC, is we just recycle players a lot in the A-League.
We have had to. Yeah, I'll tell you that now, but we have had to because there's so much behind the scenes in regards to where you can ship players from during COVID. Yeah. And all that sort of stuff. But honestly, I'm going to say that and say that it was an... whoa, something's stuck in my throat. That was an absolute blessing to the A-League because last season... I think personally, by far, the most entertaining season ever. With you know stories like Central Coast City finally winning there. But I said a couple of years ago, when Sydney were just dicking year in year out, I was saying to everyone, I was like, fuck, I kind of want the rest of the league to step up. And it took such a sort of COVID lockdown so that there were more youngsters playing.
Yeah.
Because full well the sort of young player system in Oz
and
is
it's
a bit
incredible to finally see. I mean, in that Central Coast team, I've played with a couple of those guys, and I mean, most of them are probably like 22, 23, and it's awesome as well, like you said, to see on the Olympic stage finally young Australian
It's
players.
pretty much like a young A-League All-Stars kind of thing.
Starting to get some recognition. So Lockie Wales, I played with. I played with him in under 11s and top player, but he's never really got like a total heap of recognition.
Yeah.
Same with Tilio and these younger guys. So I'm hoping off the back of this Olympics, we can start to see these guys play a lot more A-League. And no, I mean, Lockie Wales has been playing a lot of A-League, but just gain more respect.
Starters in there, but obviously getting on a national stage like that is completely different.
Yeah.
Like you've got people like Marco Tilio, and I actually was with him after the grand final. Him and like the likes of like Joel King. So you think about others in the Olyroos squad and stuff. And I think one thing as well, might as well mention it in terms of that sort of camaraderie with them post the grand final, is that they're such being all around that sort of same age kind of.
Oh yeah.
Being through similar stories to get to where they are right now, I think it would have done absolute wonders for their trip to Japan, where they would have really had this sort of, I'm going to use another FIFA term here, chemistry, kind of. You know what I mean, though? Like, they're similar stories and stuff. They're great, they're sick young lads. I say young lads, they're fucking older than me. What am I doing? But you get what I mean. Like, they're such likable people, so they get along with each other, and ultimately they all were after the same thing. It's just unfortunate that Egypt game happened, because if that had gone the other way,
odd to beat Argentina. And like, if you're just someone like me who, I mean, I don't know how much you know about Egypt under 21s and Argentina under 21s, but looking at it from afar, you're like, we should be technically losing to Argentina under 21s.
Yeah, I think everyone would have expected
Egypt under 21s.
Because
so
you think about the players that have come through there. I mean, it was only 2008 Olympics that Messi was coming through in that same Argentina under 23 squad. That sort of stuff. See, I think unfortunate that's going to now get sort of overshadowed a bit.
Yeah, that's the thing. It would have been nice if it was the other way, where we lost to Egypt and then beat Argentina and finished on a
high.
Because everyone kind of forgets that, hey, dude, we just beat Argentina under 21s. We are quality, and we need to start like really focusing on these young guys and bringing a lot more of them through.
Yeah, it's all It's like I said, gutting. But again, going back to the topic from before about the Matildas, fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed they can do bloody well and bring home that bronze.
Hopefully. So
I say bring home. Everyone was asking me whether I was GB or Oz in that that
that I was thinking about.
I have so much more sort of respect, sort of passion for women's football out here than I do back home. So anything that the Matildas are sort of in, I fully respect them. And,
right.
You know,
okay, so
I want to see them grow. I want to see them grow, just like the Olyroos. Like, if they were coming up against England, maybe a different story. But because it's GB as well, I mean, I'm not going to sit there and support Scotland. Wales,
that is
and
true.
Ireland.
It is weird how it's GB and not England.
Yeah.
But, so Arsenal, the home club, my team as well.
Oh, they are? Okay, thank God. I thought it was a tense couch, Whew. We can both cry together.
That would have been awkward, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
what if I said Arsenal, my rival club?
Yeah. And I've just slated Harry Kane and the entire
I'm just
club
like, yeah, that's a great laugh of the week, man.
Yeah.
Arsenal signed Ben White.
Do you know what? I watched that pre-season game against Chelsea the other day in the Mind series.
Yep.
Look, he fits in. He was making himself known.
Not a bad looking bloke.
Not a bad looking bloke, but fuck, I've always thought you could bring fucking Kylian Mbappe to Arsenal and he would turn to shit. And I don't know what it is. I think it's like when Australia couldn't make the World Cup and because there was some Bangladeshi curse put on them. Do you remember the story?
No.
Oh, well, that's awkward. But there was this whole story about Australia not being able to qualify for a World Cup because some of these people will know it anyway.
Yeah.
Bit of research for when we go off air. But anyway, without rambling on, like just in terms of like, you could bring fucking, like I said, you can bring anyone there, and it's just there's something in the setup that never seems to work anymore. Like the pride and joy of Aubameyang signing. Look at him now. He's just bang average, isn't
Pepe.
he? Oh, don't get me started on that twat.
There was something that came up on my Instagram. It was like Arsenal's like most valuable signings, and I saw Pepe at the top of the list for 99 million. I went,
I don't.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
And
What the hell?
look, there's a lot wrong with our club. It doesn't take fucking Albert Einstein to know that. But I hope that this can be the season that you take players like Ben White, Nuno Tavares, and this is great. Giving a fan. Who was the other?
Come on, dude, you die hard.
My mind's blank this morning, honestly. The signings that we've had thus far this pre-season, let's hope that they can, let's hope that actually they can sort of drive everyone else to be better as to where they've sort of come from. Because, Ben White went well at Brighton. You've got
yeah, but we know the story.
oh yeah, Sambi Lagonka, that was the one.
Yeah,
That was Sambi Lagonka. That was the other signing.
That guy.
Yeah, I remembered. Let's hope they do well. Otherwise,
Well,
Let's not
speaking
do
of
any more of
signings, this year in the EPL, so anyone that comes to the EPL, who do you think is going to be the biggest signing this season?
I'm really, really interested to see how Jadon Sancho goes for United. Just because this is an ultimate test, I reckon. He's an English boy, and he again I'm saying boy. He's older than me. He's an English bloke, and he's made it out abroad, a league like Bundesliga as well. It's not the easiest league in the world, I'll tell you that. But it ultimately also sort of will answer the question, how much of a step up is the Premier League now? Because like I said before, everyone thinks that the Premier League is just the absolute threshold. Like that's where everyone should be.
Yeah.
That's the big. That's it. That's the prime of football. And some people say that it is. Fair enough. Fair play to you. So let's see how much of a step up it is from a player that was doing classy in Bundesliga, coming to England now, and
yeah, that's going to be the big
crossed.
test.
People like Varane as well. Yeah.
It's going to be a test.
It's going to be a test. I'm interested to see how they go, if they can make it.
So those are guys who have come to the league. You're interested to see how they go. What about, hypothetically, we've seen Harry Kane maybe going to City, Haaland going to United. In the hypothetical world, if there was a site, one of these rumors did come true, which one do you reckon would be the biggest?
Ooh. Do you know what it would be? It would be that photo that was so wisely edited. I don't know if you've seen it, of Jack Grealish signing for Arsenal. There was one. Have you seen that one? How mad is that, in it? That's got to be real. But pop it on the screen right now. Honestly, that's like fair play to whoever's done that in Photoshop. But
there's no way though.
Well, yeah, that'd be the ultimate. You talk about curveballs. City. Ultimate mugging of them. Look, I reckon that'd be ace, because I reckon he's a player that could fit in really well to the system we've got. Well, albeit with this curse, hopefully he can help change that. I reckon he would genuinely fit in amazingly. But then again, obviously he could. By the way, he goes at Villa and how he's fitting at Villa. Anyone thinks he can fit in anywhere. So
but yeah, he's been offered £220,000 a week from Villa. A ton of money from City.
That's just, think about how much money that is, man.
What do you do? I've always thought you're just at home, you get your paycheck. What do you reckon? They get paid weekly or fortnightly?
Oh,
or
it would be like fortnightly.
Yeah, so what?
They get 220 grand a week or whatever.
Yeah, so let's say you get 440 plus maybe some bonuses of goal bonus, whatever. So you're getting $500,000. You're just chilling and you're like,
you've been paid 500,000 into your account, ending with ... Oh, mad,
dude!
I think that's why I have a lot of respect for Marcus Rashford, who knows that he's got a fuck ton of money, so he's so giving in that sort of way, and it comes naturally for him. It's not like I'm asking everyone you have to come on to be a nice, good Samaritan. You have to donate XYZ of your paycheck, but people like him that actually realise, fuck, I'm so lucky to be in the position I am, earning this much, where there's people that, they're eating bloody what's-its for dinner because they're so, they're so financially, they just ain't got it.
Yeah, I think a lot of them would. It's just the ones, the media decides to pick up others,
Mm.
like some of them, like Mane over in his home country doing some things, and
Yeah,
Rashford
yeah.
doing a lot of things. I reckon a lot of them do help a lot of people, which is great.
Mm.
I mean, some people keep it to themselves, which is fine. I just want to know, what do you do with £500,000?
I don't know. Ask like Jordan Belfort what he does with so much money, if he can find a way to keep it interesting.
So we're gonna finish off with just a quick, realistic. I say realistic because I don't want. You know what? I don't want Arsenal at the top of the table.
Yeah.
We're going to go with a realistic top 6 prediction for this year.
Okay. If we're thinking realistic, I genuinely reckon United have got it this year. I'm going to say that right off the bat.
Really?
Because of, again, like I said, it's a test about Sancho.
Wow.
But fuck, man, they've got an intimidating squad, and I
Yeah.
reckon it might be. Hopefully, for the entertainment purposes, it would be another City United kind of. Yeah, but honestly, you say, but it's better than just watching fucking Liverpool and City, and that's
as
it.
in that would be incredible.
Oh, it would, yeah, exactly. It would be good to have
Like-
that back, but that's one of the reasons that I haven't really liked the Premier League in recent seasons. Not just because of how we're doing, but because it's always just Liverpool or City at the top.
Yeah.
So if both of them can compete, and then you've got squads like, I reckon Tottenham will.
So you're going
go like,
United, City.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm trying to think about Liverpool, how they're looking this year. I don't reckon they've got it anymore. Yeah. I think that third and fourth spot will be contested by Chelsea and Tottenham.
Okay.
I'm not going to place them. I'm kind of just going to think third or
Well,
fourth
you said
would
Chelsea
be.
first, so we'll go Chelsea.
Okay,
first.
all right, we'll go Chelsea first. I'm trying to think who after that. If West Ham somehow magically stay how they were last year.
Grealish hang on. If Villa hangs on to Grealish.
Yes, true.
That's
Yeah. They can climb up there as well.
Everton.
Yeah, they're just a bit of a. They're here there to make up the numbers, really, in my opinion. But then again, so are we nowadays. I can't. There's only so much I
So
can chat
you're not
shit
even
about.
putting Arsenal in top 6.
Nah, fuck no. Have you seen us, bro? Have you seen us, man? Like, I think it goes to show, and this is nothing against them, but it goes to show when you're making signings like Ben White who's from Brighton or Nuno Tavares from Benfica or Sambi. What club was Sambi fucking even at before? Some French team. Probably Nice or something, but something like that. You've got to be bringing in like Haalands and Kanes and Varanes and.
Are we in relegation zone?
Oh, look, let's be realistic. We'll survive relegation. We'll finish 16th. Yeah, exactly. No, look, I reckon, fingers crossed, that we can
maybe make Europa League.
Oh, I wish we were joking. I was thinking in my head, like, before I even said a word, the letter, the number 7 was rocking up, and I was like, oh, fucking, if that's the best that we're gonna get.
Yeah, no, that's bad. Anyway, we'll wrap it up there.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Make sure you get another laugh of the week next week. We can't just keep
Yes.
having Tottenham as our laughing stock.
No, it'll be us.
Although
Premier League starts in a couple of weeks. I think it'll be Arsenal soon, to be fair. That's to bite me back on the arse.
Once the season starts, we'll have some proper good laughs with
Yes.
results and whatnot.
Yes, yeah, I'm
So-
keen for that.
We're going to end it there. JD, anything else you want to say?
Yeah, man, just stay tuned. We're gonna keep on grinding this out.
Yeah.
I hope. Yeah. as
Definitely.
Prem season literally 2 weeks away, so
that's
cannot wait
That's going to heat up.
for that. Really cannot wait. I've got some awesome other projects I'm working on as well. I'm trying to get you guys to plug the Insta on the screen somewhere,
Definitely.
something
We
like
would have
that.
done that at
But
the
yeah.
beginning, mate.
Honestly, stay tuned.
Easy.
It's cliche, but stay tuned.
Catch you in the next one.